Hello, it's your boy Sloth Reviews. Sorry lambat buat video. Uh, sorry, that's bad joke. Sorry. Um, I know lama tak buat video. Actually, I just remove locations from my auto, so you can probably hear my from the audio memang lain sikit. I have tak ada masa nak adjust lagi. Anyway, so a bit of backstory kenapa I decided to do this review is because Snyder Cut keluar. Yes, I know. Snyder Cut keluar and the funny thing was I haven't watched any DC punya movie except for Aquaman. I haven't watched any DC movie except for Aquaman dengan Man of Steel. So there are adalah Batman vs Superman, Justice League, Wonder Woman. No, I haven't watched it. So I decided, you know what, aku nak buat marathon, tengok everything, and then baru tengok Snyder Cut because everyone dekat Twitter duk bising about Snyder Cut. So I'm like, okay fine, whatever. Tapi tengok. So that's the gist of it lah. Anyway, tak mau take too long about it. Why don't we start with the first of it all, I guess, Batman vs Superman. Okay. This is where I think, I don't know, Batman vs Superman. I think if you guys follow me on Twitter, probably already know my reaction to this. It's a bit underwhelming. Underwhelming in the sense that macam, I don't know, susah nak kata. Macam basically it's a bit boring, I guess. It's a bit boring because macam they want to do the kita kata the dua protagonist punya narrative, kan, we switch between two different perspective, Batman dengan Superman punya perspective. The problem is, I think it's just that tak rasa fokus. Diorang, what happen is it end up dua-dua tak fokus. Because macam, okay, let's say kita nampak the struggle for me personally, I saw lah Superman punya struggle. We saw Superman punya struggle kan, apa kenapa dia macam dia punya moral dilemma when it comes to this kan. Dia nak tolong orang but then macam government duk salahkan dia untuk benda-benda lain. No, and then but then for Batman I was a bit confused. I don't know, yeah, that's the part yang rasa macam Batman punya story wasn't very clear dalam cerita ni because macam the only reason dia tak suka Superman was because Superman fed up dengan dia punya tu. You know, Superman dapat tahu what he's doing dekat Gotham kan. What what he's doing dekat Gotham semua, and then dia kata macam like dia kejam. So dia kata dia decide I'm gonna stop Batman. Ugut dia kata last, don't do this again. So Batman punya respond to this adalah design weapon. Seriously, like your immediate response kepada this adalah nak bunuh that guy. Like I can understand, but macam I don't know, I feel like you tak establish. I feel like you should have made one Batman punya movie first, you know, establish Ben Affleck punya Batman first before you do Batman vs Superman. Like, I mean, like isn't that the logical punya steps, you know? But I have to say, one of the things that I like about cerita ni is actually about the punya, surprisingly is Batman, Ben Affleck punya Batman. Like, actually, ironically enough, dia punya story tak best. Dia punya part of the story tak best, but at the same time, I actually just love to see Batman kick ass. And I don't care. A lot of people akan kata this is a very bad take from me kan. I don't care yang Batman bunuh orang. But hear me out before apa-apa kan. Hear me out. Batman needs a reason not to kill. That's what I say. Like macam dalam cerita Christopher Nolan punya Batman, dia tak mau bunuh. Memang prinsip dia out of principle dia start lagi dia dah tak mau bunuh, bla bla bla. But I feel like I like macam, okay, Batman start off sangat kejam kan, dia jadi superhero yang sangat kejam. But dengan jumpa Superman, dia learn to be a bit more compassion. They learn to be a bit more compassion, and that's when dia ada dia no kill rule. I feel like that would have worked, but I don't think dalam cerita ni jadi. It didn't work in this one. But I don't know. Now, on to the worst part of this movie. I think everyone can agree with me lah. I say the worst part of this movie is Lex Luthor. No sugarcoating it. I hate it. I really aku benci gila. I really hate. I forgot his name. Jesse Eisenberg. Jesse Eisenberg. Lex Luthor. Oh my god, wait. Annoying. I really nak maki doh. Siapa kata kat dia yang this is how Lex Luthor berlakon doh. Menyakitkan hati gila. I hate his character. Everything about him is annoying. And sejak bila Lex Luthor ada daddy issues ni? Like, oh my god, tak boleh. No. Annoying gila. My god. Like, siapa kata kat dia, okay, kita nak engkau berlakon apa Lex Luthor ni. Who decide? You guys pernah nampak ke like Lex Luthor tu? Have you watched any of the cartoons dulu? Lex Luthor tak perangai macam ni tu. Lex Luthor was very apa kita tu? Dia sangat tenang, cold, calculated, dia ruthless, dia orang yang sangat tamak kuasa. And then you tengok dia apa in Batman vs Superman kan. Tengoklah dia punya perangai dia tu kan this belagak nak mampus ni macam like I don't like dia ni. Perangai macam tu for me lebih kepada Riddler. And then of course lah dengan dia punya like dia kalau you perasan dia punya quote dia dalam cerita tu kan dia suka apa quote dia suka apa kupas daripada apa-apa buku dia pernah baca untuk aku macam like alah engkau tak orang sini kan. Orang jenis selalunya orang kita panggil orang paling itulah yang jenis nak acah adik kan. Acah adik apa sebenarnya. Nak tu kau tahu buku ni. Oh kau tahu buku zaman ni. Oh, like So I think tu Wonder Woman I think like paling macam really like out of nowhere tiba-tiba dah ada. I feel tu kan. The whole point of Batman vs Superman was like macam dia nak kata like this is the part where dia orang nak start create the Justice League. So obviously lah Wonder Woman kena muncul untuk macam buktikan kepada Batman yang there are more people out there like him. Okay, so Wonder Woman kena ada. I feel like it's a good counter kepada Batman. I guess like when it comes to visual, I guess macam that's just typical Snyder, very dark, gritty, a bit apa suka the slow mo actions and all that. So overall, I guess I give it a 6 out of 10. Meh. Okay, next movie, which is Justice League, or rather Joss Whedon's Justice League. Like, oh my god, okay. Oh my god. I tak pernah tengok cerita ni lagi. I haven't watched this movie yet. So masa keluar and then a lot of people critique cerita ni, I was like macam malas. I don't wanna macam wanna bandwagon, malas nak bising. Like I can understand kalau it sucks, blah 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 kan because the controversy around cerita dia probably like a lot of people kata macam like Joss Whedon reshoot everything like blah 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 rosak kan cerita kan whatever. I can understand the hate then, but now memang I can faham. How do you go down from Batman vs Superman? That is a good question. I want to know. How did you go down from Batman vs Superman? How did you get a movie to suck worse than Batman vs Superman? That is a good question lang. I think a lot of people would like to know. Okay, so enough with my emotional punya ni kan, but the whole point of Justice League was like macam like the Steppenwolf datang dunia nak cari back the mother box blah blah blah. A lot of people like I watch other people review punya cerita ni juga, but I can see lah orang kata like oh my god this is just Avengers. This is literally Avengers. Dia orang rehash balik Avengers with the box thing, cari the whole thing can tell like the whole box punya function teleports macam like so macam yeah like it's hard to explain but it's literally like oh my god how do you make it so everything just doesn't okay Okay, I think I know how to say this. The Joss Whedon punya masalah kan, even in Avengers, this guy think everything needs to be funny. Yeah, I think that's right. Like every single minute kena ada one liner, it has to be this funny stuff. Kena cakap benda macam ni. Like I kind of hate. This is why okay. This is what I hate about Joss Whedon punya Justice League was they decided everyone needs to be funny when they should like dia tahu tak like the concept of a straight man, like kalau you macam in comedy term, straight man is the guy yang akan serious lah, orang kata macam like he's the guy yang akan he has to be the serious guy in the situation apa kan, like the kan. How did you decide dalam kepala kau, you already tengok Batman versus Superman, how did you decide like okay maybe we should make Batman do jokes? Like I know it's a sikit-sikit je kan, but it adds up tau, like macam oh Batman tiba-tiba cakap oh my god man he's so tall, like then kan, and then dia punya reaction bila apa The Flash atau Ezra Miller punya character kata macam like oh I'll join it, dia oh, really, like that's that is definitely not something yang for me like macam how Batman would react, you know. I mean like Batman kills, like a lot of people akan kata like oh that's so out of character for Batman, but jokes you tak boleh tolerate, that's just not him. I can like kan like macam everyone needs to make a, and the thing okay, I think this is where I think the biggest problem cerita ni kan, I do not feel like tak rasa langsung macam kita urgency cerita ni. Dia cerita ni well, especially like superhero movie ni, you need to apa faham, you need to make the audience understand why is it so important untuk kita like untuk the superheroes to do this. You tengok like if you watch the movie and you tak rasa langsung that apa kita tu the ancaman, the threat of the threat. Steppenwolf literally just masuk keluar, bukannya he stays there, destroys Metropolis and then keluar ke, no, dia just masuk keluar teleport macam there's no threat. Like you don't see that threat at all. You know, like macam so macam so macam like apa ni macam bosannya, like this is nothing at all, bro. This is nothing at all. Like macam I don't feel at all. I actually got bored cerita tu. The rest of the cast, I mean like Wonder Woman is okay. Like we learn a bit more kan. We learn a bit more about her. She basically macam there's a reason and dia tak muncul apa tak muncul in present time, dia only after Batman vs Superman suddenly she keluar. And then we have like the Flash, we have Cyborg. I kind of like I guess I kind of like Cyborg punya I guess like kita kata the side plot of cerita ni. Cerita dia he's a bit orang kata like he's connected lah kepada the mother box tu kan. Because his body was created by the mother box. So macam like but the kan he was starting to learn how to use his ability, dia boleh connect ke internet. Suddenly he's able to use holographic punya interface. Hanya dia je yang nampak semua tu. And like macam like it's so cool punya ni kan storyline. The problem with kita kata like superhero ensemble movies kan, you need to establish character first baru you buat this movie. So a lot I can understand now a lot of people be saying about like you make one apa Superman movie and you suddenly decided nak terus jump to apa making apa the ensemble. Why? I understand a lot of people be saying visuals obviously like nothing at all like macam kita tahu like Snyder obviously you can see traces of it, but overall it does feel like sweet apa Whedon punya cut. It does feel Whedon-ish. I think like the only good point cerita ni adalah like macam it actually introduce us to other character. Like I feel like that is like the only thing. I don't know like macam I do like Cyborg. Aquaman tak dapat any like Aquaman tak feel like tak ada function dalam cerita ni, like the whole point of it was like macam like it took Amazonians, it took Atlanteans, and then it took human race untuk lawan Steppenwolf zaman dulu, and then suddenly zaman ni the only person, only one Amazonian, one Atlantean dengan basically like three humans, and then one Superman. Oh yeah, I actually forgot. You know that's so like, see, you forgot about Superman in this movie, even though like macam, oh we need Superman back, like macam cerita ni. I don't know, a lot of people like kata macam like, oh Batman kena got his ass kicked once, terus dia nak nak revive Superman. Like I don't think so. Like it's not like my, for me it wasn't like he was desperate for Superman. He was desperate for finding someone, not even finding someone, it's like he was desperate nak assemble a team yang boleh like protect the earth. He saw what happened with Superman kan, and then dia lawan dengan, in quotations, Doomsday. You can see why he's just jadi paranoid and all that. Like I shit on Captain Marvel, especially in Endgame kan, because her literal function dalam Endgame was macam like, oh nak destroy kan spaceship Thanos. I shit on Captain Marvel for that. Like macam like that's her whole, like she is a Deus Ex Machina. This is a term that I think like a lot. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna go. I'm going on a tangent a bit. Like it's a bit our I turn. But she's like, her function is just to do that, right? But sama lah, Superman punya function literally like macam everyone else tak boleh lawan Steppenwolf, suddenly this is the only person like can deal with him. And you and after the revive kan, oh suddenly the macam apa kita, it was such an unnecessary punya kita kata apa macam like, oh suddenly he turn evil. We don't need that. Like for me, kita tak perlu another apa subplot. You waste too much time lah dengan that subplot. Oh dia balik ke kampung, dia balik ke Kansas kat rumah mak dia and all that kan. I personally like feel like you don't need that right now. I can't say anything good about this movie. Final rating for this movie, 5.5. Okay, so now the next movie. This is the one yang I really want to talk about sebenarnya. Wonder Woman. This is the one yang everyone agree on. Like it's such a good movie. This is one of those movie yang I feel like it works standalone. You know, like in this movie kita dapat the origin story of Wonder Woman. We dapat tahu like what she done, where was she, kenapa after World War One she disappeared. She disappeared for 100 years kan, sampai Batman vs Superman, Lex Luthor ada gambar tu baru she actually keluar, you know, she actually emerged into the human world semua. But surprisingly, okay, I don't want to talk about Suicide Squad, but the fact that Amanda Waller actually dapat info on her is actually impressive. Anyway, that was a bit of a tangent. So there, let's talk about it. This movie tak banyak action. It really is not an action movie. For me personally, it's not an action superhero movie. This is a character-driven story, because you see like this, like the whole point cerita, sepanjang cerita ni was her. She was so hell bent on cari Ares. Kan about the oh like she has such a childish punya notion when it comes to human kan. She was raised in an environment where tak pernah perang, tak pernah tu kan. She knows of war. She knows apa eventually apa peperangan tu akan ada. But she has such a naive punya idea of perang. She thinks like macam like, oh Ares, if we just kill the god of war, all war will end. Like macam she doesn't understand women, and even dia punya mak dia pun macam kata like macam like you're gonna understand one day, like macam so macam, so this entire cerita is her journey into understanding it. Like imagine lah kan, you spend your entire lifetime apa believing something yang positive kan, only to understand akhirnya macam like it's not not a good thing. It's not like that. I understand her feeling, you know, when you look at kau nampak benda ni hebat, you saw something and then only to realize it's not that she saw how humans if after but that's the thing like I can understand a bit some reviewers actually kata macam like the fact that Aries muncul at the end of it for apa macam like kind of ruins her moral of the story because at the end it is true kind sort of true it is sort of true yang how macam like okay that Aries manipulated the war somehow kan he did manipulated the war and then like, macam like so now with him dying perang somehow tak it wouldn't be an endless war blah 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 so macam like it kind of water macam mengurangkan the impact of the lesson she learned when she killed the ketua kan the bad German punya leader tu kan German general tu dia bunuh it kind of reduce the impact of the lesson the moral of the story that humankind is just like that you know moral like human memang manusia macam tu humans are filled with nuances you know tak boleh you tak not everyone is just good or bad there's a lot of tu from the Germans point of view probably diorang nampak macam diorang hero semua like so macam it is a good movie I actually like it it doesn't kick you in the face about oh my that's such a super that's such a female superhero like finally we have a good representation like I've never aku tak nak tengok cerita superhero perempuan and in my mind like macam like damn finally a woman superhero like I watch it just because it's a fun movie like I don't care if it's a guy or a girl okay I watch trash also this idea that you need to have a like asalkan women punya superhero kan it needs to be a feminist icon like I hate that like macam why do you need a feminist icon for everything yang related to women right back to the story like back to I feel betul lah when it comes to this movie I feel like not a lot of I can say masalah there are and like here and there I guess here like macam some things that makes you question it like macam at the end of the day it's like macam like whatever that one like macam minor punya apa itu minor punya details I guess only orang betul-betul macam OCD ke apa je yang akan naik gila I don't care what I want like macam so like it's a good movie so 8 out of 10 now okay oh, this is gonna be a bit of a long or short depending on how emotional I'm gonna get with this review. Next movie is going to be Wonder Woman 84. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, okay. Okay, this is bad. Like literally like I have no words for this movie. Like it's oh my god. Everything you like orang kata apa? Like everything yang Wonder Woman punya movie establish you just like trample on it you know people love the original like the first Wonder Woman movie because it's like macam it doesn't really like show like how like you know like oh my god girl power yeah girl boss like hashtag feminism kind of stuff like and then you have this movie it's like macam like my god this movie just reeks of third wave feminism I'm sorry like macam where do I even start like how about we start with the very obvious continuity punya problem she shut herself off for 100 years after Steve Trevor mati she and after and finding out peperangan ni is like something yang natural to humans kan it's not something yang the gods influence her or something she became jaded she jadi macam she lost her faith in humanity that was what's established in Batman v Superman that was what's established in Justice League she disappeared from the face of the earth for 100 years from 1918 ke 2018 lah cerita ni. So what was she doing in 1984? How did in 1984 no one question oh there is this lady who's saving people with wits with a lasso and a shield and a sword like so like no one makes a bit like no, people forget that person exists for some reason in 1984 come on like that's a big continuity problem right there like that's a bit unless of course you telling me like she shut herself out like are you going to do this every time someone mati like you know, and then off with this superheroism punya ni kan, like macam so like oh my god, like kan, like oh my god. Okay, okay, let's talk about this. I'm trying to talk about this movie, but at the same time, like it's making my head hurts because it's so. This movie is like everything wrong with the apa feminist culture punya films ni kan. This movie is kan with the hashtag girl boss, the all men are evil. Why? Like I don't understand. I don't. I really want to understand why. Why do these women hate men? Every man in this movie is either literal bad guy ataupun some guy yang memang apa gatal. You know what? Okay. Okay. We'll go this, I guess, scene by scene. We'll start with the worst of it all, which is one scene yang I think like orang kata like the most unnecessary scene is like the mall scene. Okay, this is where like for me, like this entire like macam panjat like from her running around saving people on the streets until dekat mall punya robbery and all that kan. I'll be honest with you, it's so unnecessary. Betul, betul. I be honest with you, a lot of people pun kata like this is a scene too long. This scene is way too makan masa for no reason for you to be swinging around like your Tarzan. Tak perlu pun. At this point, you already tahu how to fly and all that. Your leg power was strong enough to jump through cliff. Okay, between cliffs kan. Kau boleh lompat jauh and you still. Why would you swing? Why are you showing? You're supposed to be shutting off from the human world, and here you are acting like a chimp. Aren't you supposed to be in mourning? Aren't you supposed to be like hashtag depressed? Your boyfriend mampus. Shouldn't you be somewhere just menangis, eating ice cream or something? Why are you going around like acting like you some hot shit that? And I'll be honest with you, it was so unnecessary dengan yang apa the apa dengan the budak kecil yang perempuan tu kan, yang budak kecil perempuan, and she saw Wonder Woman, and instead of being afraid there's a guy with a gun and menyorok kan, she decided like pergi straight ke Wonder Woman like oh my god, like you're so cool, like no, I don't think there is ever a child who's like macam she's not even using powers ke apa tau, she's just macam just fighting biasa-biasa je tu. It's not like she's flying around like Superman, going super speed like Flash ke apa tu. Like she's really just fighting macam tu je. See what I mean? I'm getting emotional. Like this is gonna be a very controversial take from me. If you notice something when it comes to this feminist movie, you will notice they have this what we call a white savior punya complex. What I mean with this, they think they don't realize unironically how they set up the white women character and the black punya character. I'm talking softly because I want this to be. I'm trying to control my emotions. You look at Wonder Woman. You saw that scene. You show it to me. Tell me how that's not how they want black people to see white women. Tell me that's not how. Look at Captain Marvel, for example. Look at how they decided to make Monica Rambeau punya reaction. Like she literally saw like Carol Danvers as some kind of god. Coincidence? I think not. Anyway, enough of about that. Let's go back to this scene. Whatever, like, let's go. This movie is just nothing but apa hashtag girl boss. Literally, like, oh my, the whole point of like Kristen Wiig punya character Cheetah, she's supposed to be this. For me, I say it's a strawman argument of, oh my god, lucky men are the worst. Only when I'm hot, baru you layan I and all that, like kan. But you're not any different also, bro. You dapat power sikit already you abusive to other men. You want to talk about like, men do this because they have power over us. And then you have literal power and you decided to beat the shit out of a drunk guy. Good for you. Cheetah is a wasted potential for me because I'm not an avid comic book reader. The only thing I know about Cheetah was everything yang I learned from Injustice, and from there I after Injustice, and like basically that's like the whole punya like, and then I read it on Wikipedia. I know orang DC probably kat, "Ah, guy, you tak baca comic book, you baca wiki." Yeah, because quite frankly, I hate Western comic books. Yay! Yeah, the hypocrisy. Yay! Whatever. Anyway, tak ada. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to this thing. Okay, let me just. Cheetah punya story is a wasted potential because the origin story for her in the comic books kan, there's a multiple version punya kan, Cheetah punya origin story. Either of them would have been better daripada, oh, I just want to be like her. Not to mention all this, the orang in search of the power stone semua tu kan, Maxwell lah. Oh, okay. Right, okay. Let's one by one lah. Kita will go with, okay, right now we're talking about the characters. Okay, the characters. Maxwell Lord punya character, I feel sorry. He's just a guy who's trying to make it in this world. And he's a crooked guy kan, dia like the embezzle kan, the tipu investors. He's trying to be famous. Yeah. Who doesn't want to be famous? That's the point. But at the same time, he's a misguided punya sense of achievement kan. He wants to, he's not a very good businessman. He's not a very good businessman kan. He bought all those land and whatever. The plot of the story escapes me because it's so, oh my god, okay tak, but he's a very good father. He's trying to be a good father, and after dia dapat all those power, fame and glory itulah, dia macam he started to lose sight of what he is kan, and dia punya son, and that he decided macam at the end of it, it's a bit beautiful, I guess. Like, oh my god, this is the one I feel like no one talks about, especially like mainstream media. All the YouTubers semua talk about it except for the mainstream media. Is Steve Trevor. Let the man die. This is worse for me is because macam a lot of people point out like his soul transferred into this person punya body. What happened to that guy punya soul? What happened to that guy punya soul? He was missing, basically missing for a few days because dia go around dengan itulah Wonder Woman kan, doing all this stuff. What happened to his life? Suddenly his life is ruined because someone else's punya wishes. Not to mention kan, we want to talk about like kan, you want to talk about unconsented punya sexual sex semua ni kan. That guy literally has no autonomy on his body. You don't want to talk about that? Seriously? You don't want to talk about that? Man, this is like, oh my god. What happens kepada lelaki? Oh my god, it's just a joke. Like, oh my god, it's just a prank, bro. Like, okay. The plot of the story involves this stone kan. Rather than like, it's so bosan. It's like macam, how to say, like macam like I feel like it's played out, this whole macam like magical item that can cause destruction. It kind of like macam it's played out like macam like bosan. It's already like bosan already. Like people got tired of that. People already got tired of that freaking like pattern of movie. Oh, magical stone that can bring about destruction. We have to find it. It sounds like it's just me ranting sebenarnya when I think about it. This is just me. Aku just nak melepaskan geram in all these movies kan semua kan. It's not like I don't have all these. I'm literally just in front of a mic talking, tak ada script apa. I don't even make a bullet point. Aku buat, aku delete because it feels fun. It feels fun when it's candy. Anyway, back to the verdict for this movie. Didn't even finish. Tak, I cannot give rating because I actually just skip half an hour nak habis tu, I like just skip because I'm like so tired this movie. How is this movie like short? This movie is like one of the shorter punya DC punya movie and it still feels long. That's how bosan this freaking movie is. Like I know there's so many to talk about, but I just don't want to talk about it. It's like anyway. I'll see you guys again probably. I don't know when. I mean, like, you tengok nama channel ni pun you dah tahu kan. You know what my name is. Sloth Reviews out.